Welcome to Irish Month. And so, of course, I'm Irished out. And this is two authors, books, and a beverage because it's Irish Month. So it's Jameson. And your turn, Judy.
I'm going to introduce our author for the month of March. And it's Jo Schneider, or Joanne Schneider. We're calling her Jo. Welcome, Jo. We're so glad to be here. Jo is from Utah. And so Mary and I are from Utah. Jo, I hear that you are a black belt.
That is true, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's great. And your genre as a writer is sci-fi and fantasy, right?
For young adults, yeah.
For young adults? Oh,
Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's good to know. Wow. The other thing is, I read somewhere where you have a goal of traveling to all 7 continents, and you've been to 5 already?
Yes.
And you've got 2 to go. What 2 are those?
So I haven't technically been to Australia. I went to New Zealand, but not to like Australia. And then I haven't been to Antarctica. I'm dying to go to Antarctica.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. We'll have to have you on one of these days to talk about your travels.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
It's been fun for sure.
Yeah. Does that have a lot to do? Do you integrate that into your writing?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's really neat. There was something else that I wanted to mention about. It looks like I just barely touched your bio. Is there something else you'd like to tell us? I know you have your name. It's your maiden name that you write under. Okay, and you just stuck with that when you got married, right?
Yeah. So I got my first publishing contract. And then I got engaged. And so I'd already signed it as Schneider. And so instead of changing everything to Stringer, I just left it with Schneider. So, and I write under another pen name. I write like sweet and clean romances for Hallmarky fans.
Oh, okay.
And that's under the name Carly Stratford.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's kind of new. My mom actually, her name is Carlene Stratford. That's her maiden name. So I stole it and used it.
I steal things all the time.
My mom's so cute. She has dementia and she's in a home. And so
I'm sorry.
Book cover, I show it to her. She's like, "That's me. I wrote that." Yeah, Mom. Good job.
That's sweet.
She's so cute. Yeah,
that's gotta be
fun,
hard.
but that's been fun to do that with her name. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, did she write books too, or is it just because of the name that she thought she wrote it? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
no. She was a school teacher, so.
Oh, okay. So, which I always thought that the more you kept your brain active and stuff, which a school teacher would, that you have less likely to get dementia. So, is it a genetic thing? Does it run in your family?
Yeah, her family's terrible with all that stuff. So
So
really looking forward to getting old. Yay.
Yeah. Hey, I'm old. It's not fun. Don't do that. Don't get here. You forget what you go into rooms for. And people joke about that. It's not funny. I'll go to get something out of the pantry and I'll walk right past it because I can see my office. I'll sit down here and do email for 5 minutes, go, oh, I was getting something for dinner. So yeah, it's not fun.
No, it isn't. I put on boiled eggs the other day. My husband's out of town, so I'm alone with my 2
party
dogs.
time.
With my 2 dogs. So I spend most of my time in my office writing. I love it. And so I thought, oh, I'll eat some boiled eggs. So I put boiled eggs on to boil, and I came to my office. Guess what I heard? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh no.
Yes, my boiled eggs blew up because I forgot.
Yeah, but that's not old age. That's getting into your writing and losing yourself in your characters.
That's true.
Okay. So enough about us. Tell us about you, Jo.
What do you want to know?
Everything. We want to know your books, what's your latest books, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
What you're writing on, work in progress,
Okay, so I actually made some big goals this year. I write pretty fast generally. If I have a plot, I can write fast.
Wow.
So I've been frustrated. I've been struggling. I'm full-time writer. This is like the fourth year, I think. And I've been breaking even with money, which is great, and making a little, but I've been struggling actually getting things done at home. Like I get distracted. My husband works from home now, so if I'm bored, I just go talk to him. It's really my problem. I say it's his problem, but it's me. I'm the issue. And I wasn't writing every day. I would binge write. I would have to give myself a terribly hard deadline and be like, I have to get this book done by 3 weeks from today. And then I'd do it. But then I'd be so burned out from binge writing like 50,000 words in 3 weeks or whatever, that I would have to take a big break. My brain just couldn't do it. So I made this goal to write 1 chapter every weekday of the year.
Wow.
So that, and this is my job. It shouldn't be that hard. So I just finished my first young adult science fiction space opera. So that's going to be fun. And it's at my beta readers. So the day I got done with that, I started a romance book. I'm kind of going back and forth on the pen names. And I just laid out my schedule, and I figured out that when that science fiction book comes back, I actually have to be writing my next romance because I'm writing a chapter a day. So books just are supposed to churn out. So I was actually doing my schedule, and I was like, whoa, this will be exciting. I don't actually know if my brain can handle editing one genre and writing another one in the same week. But we're going to find out. It's going to be exciting.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What can you explain space opera?
Oh, sure. So there's like hard science fiction, which is all about scientific nerdy ideas. My husband loves that stuff. I don't really love that. And then there's like science fiction military stuff, which is Starship Troopers and like anything that has a heavy military presence in science fiction. There's a lot of those. And then space opera is more like adventure in space, not necessarily military heavy. Mine is actually probably more like a science fantasy. It has a little more sort of it's not Star Wars-y, but Star Wars has the magical element of the Force almost. Mine has something like that in it. So mine's probably closer to space fantasy. But yeah, space opera is just more like romping adventures and fun in space, or suspense in space, instead of the military or the really like idea heavy sciencey stuff.
Okay. So what I've heard about space cowboys, what would that be?
That's space opera for sure.
Okay. So is that what Firefly would be?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what I thought. Okay. And if you like anything sci-fi, you know what Firefly is.
You should. Yeah.
Or you're not really a sci-fi person.
Or Serenity. Yeah. Same.
Yeah, because my husband had no idea about who they were, but he hates sci-fi. I cannot get him to watch anything that I love, and it's so frustrating. But he does like Firefly for whatever reason. So
good show. I like it.
Yeah. So anyway, go on and tell us a little bit more, because I'm finding it interesting.
About the books or what?
Everything.
How many books have you written?
Yes.
I have a lot of books. So I have, for Jo Schneider, I have a 5-book post-apocalyptic series that's kind of zombie-esque. That's my first series. I love it. I have a contemporary fantasy series, which is like Magic in Our Time. I've got one of those. It's 3 books long. Then I have an 8-book series of fairy tale retellings, where all of the fairy tale, like your favorite fairy tale, the characters go to the same high school. It's an academy from these magic kingdoms. So in mine, like my Beauty and the Beast story, the Beast hasn't actually turned yet, but his whole kingdom is turning. So he's at the academy to try to stop it. And Belle's really smart. Obviously, she's the library geek. So she helps him find answers to how to save his kingdom from being cursed. So I take him and I twist him, and they're a little different. But there's 8 of those. Those are super fun. And then I have like 18, I think, sweet and clean romances. So those are
great.
Oh my goodness. You've been busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our time is about up. Jo said she was going to give away a book. You want to tell us about it? Or
yeah.
You know which one?
It could be any book. Do you guys prefer like a hardback to be sent, or just an ebook?
Whatever. You can do one book if you want, and then send like to if people are outside the US, it will be ebook. If it's within, it's a print, whatever
Okay,
you
that
want.
works. Yeah, that
Okay.
would work. Sure. People could pick. I don't know.
Okay.
Let me think. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Someone could
because
just pick.
okay, on our Facebook, if you go to media, click on media, there's albums.
Okay.
Mhm.
We will put you in the album and they can click on your album and pick the book they want.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
That
If you
works.
send me, I'll put in 5 covers for you, and then you can go in and do as many as you want.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
That works.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do
Well,
that.
So
Joe,
people
it's
can
been a
pick.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes. And so all month you can put all different promos, and then by the time they need to pick, they'll go, I want this one, or
Perfect.
I want them all. So give me this one, and then I'll buy all the rest. So,
Right,
okay.
yeah.
Well, it's been wonderful having you today. I could go on for more because I still have more questions, but our time is up. So we will ask them during our Q&A. I will have questions for you. I do have one before you go. You said you're a full-time author, which is my dream job, but I have a day job. When did you decide to do that? Did you just sell a lot of books and was able to do that, or?
No, see, we're in a unique position. We got married late in life and we don't have any kids. So my husband makes good money. So we spent the first few years of our relationship getting completely out of debt, except for our house. And then we saved up, like the 6 months of savings, whatever Dave Ramsey says. And that's when I finally quit my day job, was when we had plenty of padding. And if I needed to go back to work, I totally could. So that's kind of why he's the bring home the bacon guy, it's a unique situation. And I'm very lucky and blessed to be in that situation.
Yeah,
but I have over the last few years, definitely I can support myself and a little more, and hopefully this year it'll be even better. So,
well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And we're looking forward to hear everything all month about you. So
month, March.
Yes.
Thank you, Jo.
All right. Thank you. Okay. See you.
See ya.
In March.
It
is March. I'll see you.
It's March.